I don't know if you're just coming back to the game, Joffrey, but yeah, move is quite good. Move Eliath is very good. One of the better decks. On a mountain? That sounds fun. Alright, I got one of the cards I need. Stream is barely loading, rip. Alright, we got Aranya. I just need one more piece of the puzzle. Right into Conquest, huh? This is a friendly game. We're just testing. I want to know how this interaction works. I have been playing Conquest, though, because I need the medals. What's up, Lamp? Bum, bum, bum. Bruh, where's the card I'm looking for to do my testing? Where's the card I'm looking for? My poor dog. Hyberticus, thanks for the follow. Bruh, where's my card? I got it. Okay, sick. All right, Agony, Iron Fist, activate multiple man. All right, let's see what happens. You guys think it's gonna work? Ooh. Wait, did Aranya not work at all? She gave the +2, right? Did she give the +2? She did give the +2, but she didn't... No, she did work. Kind of? It doesn't move, but you get the +2. That's unfortunate. So it doesn't really work with multiple man well. That's disappointing. You could still use it in like Phoenix Force, I guess. Maybe, but yeah, that's disappointing. Well, thanks for letting me test. We have solved a Marvel Snap mystery. Yeah, I was kind of interested in trying her and move at some point, but... I mean, you still can use her and move, but like... That does hurt quite a bit. Probably not worth the slot. I was playing her in this deck, and I liked this deck. It was Promised Toxin. What's up, Neil? We're gonna be toxining. This was kind of fun, though, for anyone who normally isn't big on Destroy. I had some fun with this. It's not that different, but it's cool getting to use Agent Venom with all the other symbiotes. I need when are we gonna get, like, we need more symbiotes for this Destroy deck. We're so close to having a full symbiote Destroy deck. There's a Wolverine one. I don't think there's a Deathlock or Zola. Null gets a pass. How's there not Symbiote Deadpool, though? That would be cool. Yeah, I think it's more... The other thing is, like, I don't think they... I think this is one of those cards they wanted to print that they knew people wouldn't want to buy. So they were like, alright, this is like... This feels like a Series 1 or a Series 2 card, you know? But they can still make money off of it because it's Series 4 for all the people who didn't get it during the event. Also, the art for it looks identical to Venomized Medusa. Like, look at this. Look at this. Tell me that's not like the same character. It looks just like her. Looks just like her. Yeah, Series 4 isn't real. Agony makes me think, do I want to play America Destroy, Classic No Agony, or the European version, Agony Destroy? I didn't know there was a difference. Yeah, it does look a lot like that. But yeah, we're gonna try some bounce. This deck looks pretty decent. Uses Mr. Hitmonkey. I finished Hitmonkey the other night, by the way. The season 2 of it. It was great. It was a fun watch. Didn't really have any major complaints. I guess there was one thing I didn't love, but it's kind of spoilery, so I won't mention it. I didn't really dislike it, but I thought there was gonna be like more to it than there was with one plot point. Maybe there will be in the 3rd season. It better get a 3rd season. Season 2 is dope. I feel like the issue with this is going to be the whole ladder is going to be bounce decks and people playing bounce counters. Watch Shawshank Redemption for the 437th time last night. Nice. It's a good movie. Do be a classic. Is the bot asleep? Let's see. What does Toxin do? There it goes. It's just another bounce card, though. It bounces your cards and it gains power per card bounced. We get Black Swan, pretty decent. Yeah, I imagine they're going to nerf Agent Venom. I would be surprised if they don't. It will be a deserved nerf, for sure. Card is a bit messed up, not gonna lie. Oh, we got Beast, Pog. Put 2 to hand, and then I'll get another card. Sure. Can we talk about how bad the Spotlight system is? I whipped on my 3 keys today and had to use 6k tokens. Well, I got it in 1 key, so clearly the Spotlight system is based and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, right? That's how that works. Surely, right? It just makes sense. I had a good result, and therefore there's nothing wrong with the system. Yeah, it's pretty rough. Wouldn't the better path be, though, to wait for your last 1 key? Don't you get enough to get a key during the week? I would have waited. Doesn't mean the system's not shitty, though. It's not exactly the greatest system. Look at this Toxin, he's so big. Mystique? Oh, am I getting Gambit comboed? Couldn't wait. Fair enough. Namora? Ironheart. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh wait, I still win. Unluckers. 4 banging in the keys. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough. So four quests. Player skill abundance, yes indeed. Yeah, it's crazy how different the feeling is when you 1 key versus 4 key. It's actually crazy how big of a difference in experience it is. And I wonder, hey, it's Splat. Cavolt's making me want to reinstall HS. It's a trap. It's a trap. I don't know. Wild folks seem to be having fun. I'm happy for them. I'm genuinely happy for the wild folks. I hope it is still fun. Yeah, I'd rather rock slide. I think my big issue with Hearthstone is less so the gameplay and more so I just like kind of detest Blizzard. Like Diablo's my kind of one exception for Blizzard. I like Diablo too much to not play Diablo, but I do not feel that way about any of their other games. And I feel like they rat-fucked me as a company one too many times, especially in Hearthstone. Which is a shame, because I'm sure a lot of the people who work on it are nice people with decent intentions, but it is what it is. Wait. Order lull. Gotta activate first, in case I get picked up by Beast. It's unfortunate. I had a good run with Hearthstone, though. Played that game on and off for like a decade. It's a pretty good run. Pretty good run for a game. I think it's the longest I've played a game, maybe. Not counting like a series like Pokemon or something, but like the same game. Look at these rockets, they're huge. Big rocket. Oh, I'm gonna get fucking... I'm gonna get owned in the marketplace of ideas. I don't care. We'll do it anyway for 2 cubes. Surely all the rocks in his deck screwed him up. Surely. I think I know the deck he's playing. Or oh, he left. The rocks screwed him up. Yippee. Too bad Batman Arkham Shadow is on MetaQuest. I get so many ads about that game. Does anyone else get so many ads about that game? Like, every Twitch ad I get is for that game. Did it just come out or something? It looks fun. What's up, Jits? You're doing good today. The only one who thought Am I the only one who thought Toxin was giving +2 power to the card's balance and not to himself? Probably not the only one, but I'm sure there are others. But I've made that mistake before with misreading a card, though. Yeah, my ads have basically been that Batman game, and then like half of my ads recently have been in Spanish, and I don't know why. I'm rather confused by it. I was wondering if it had anything to do with the VPN I was using, but I was using a New Zealand VPN. So I don't think Spanish is the language they would be going for me, but a lot of Spanish soccer ads. Or do you guys have ads to begin with? Because Twitch is really good about updating their anti-ad blocker tech. I had ad block on Twitch for a long time, and then it became too much of a cat and mouse game. If you have a good ad blocker, I would love for you to share it. Because I am so over Twitch ads, man. I'm so over it. It's all that reggaeton you listen to, Shirley, yeah. Yeah, it's really hard to block ads on Twitch. I'm curious if it's any better in like another browser or not. This card's an even cost card, right? Yeah, that's cool. Jokes on them, I don't have any even cost cards. What is my man cooking? Oh, he's making something real big. Yeah, pre-roll ads blow. Pre-roll ads are really bad. I do not like them. Not a pre-roll ad enjoyer. Yeah, I've never bought anything from my Twitch ads either, or like been interested in a product because of them, I don't think. I feel like we're at a weird point in advertising where you still have a lot of boomers in advertising trying to do things the traditional way. And I feel like traditional advertising is not as effective as it once was. I think you kind of gotta adapt and evolve to the new meta of advertising, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of companies aren't doing that. Streamer I really like has their ads set to pre-rolls only. You can do that? I didn't know you could do that, to be honest. I thought Twitch rolled ads. Holy shit. Speaking of getting rolled, Jesus. Wasn't expecting that. That was a big monkey. Phew. I know some people make an effort not to do ads over gameplay, but it seems like such a pain in the ass to manage that all the time. I just set that shit on autoplay and pay not much attention to it. I respect anyone who wants to put in more effort, though. It's a noble cause. Twitch ads are weird, too, because, like, ads pay very little up to a point, and then it, like, grows exponentially. From what I understand. Holy, my alerts are loud. Also, where's my custom alert? What is this? Well, regardless, thank you, Ari, for the 8 months. Look at that. It's a long time. Let's get some pogfish in the chat. I don't know where my little custom alert went. I feel like Streamlabs does this sometimes. Well, I'm glad y'all like what I do. I really do want to start branching out more. Like, I'm not going to stop playing card games, but I want to do more other stuff. Other stuff's fun. Like, I want to do more Mario Party for sure. Mario Party was a lot of fun. Is my queue bugged? Am I not getting a game? Alright. Let me test my alerts real quick. Follows, yep, subscriptions. Do they change it on me? Do I have to re-find the... No, I do have the Crabs money thing. Where's the test button? Previews will only show here. Oh, I mean, it looks like it still works on my end. I wonder why it was screwed up. Oh well. Mario Party was fun. Mario Party matches the chat. I would be super down for that. If there are 3 other people in chat who want to play Mario Party, I would be super down for a Mario Party with chat stream. That would be fun. Do, 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 do. Destroy and draw 2 seems appealing. Hire you to get my account, the Venom Cold card back. The weird thing about, like, after having done some coaching, the weird thing about, experiencing, like, someone else's account is, God, it's so different than what I'm used to. It's actually crazy how different it can be. Which surprised me. Because, like, the metagame and what people do and what people play is so different outside of my bubble, I feel like. What does Move lose to? Maybe the Agent Venom deck, I want to say. I'm not entirely sure. The funny thing is, like, so Move is all over the place on EU, but I think it's too big brain for NA. Or NA just doesn't enjoy it as much. NA plays significantly less Move than I see on EU. And from what I hear, from EU players, which is interesting. Yeah, 4-power Iron Man is a wee bit silly. I'm inclined to agree. You can play Enchantress. I mean, it could. They could also play Rogue. But they're always running Cosmos, so like it's a gamble to snipe their power card. I think that's the issue. Bro, why did Toxin have to be my last card? That's so bad. It's so flippin' bad. So why is this 2? This got hit by Silver Sable. I see. The move deck is just really good. Like if you're good at piloting it, I think you can beat just about anything. It loses to itself sometimes with bad draw, but pretty good deck. It's also the stats around it in the larger player base are not good, so it's not gonna get nerfed anytime soon, most likely. Even when move cards are really good, a lot of people are still really bad at playing move, it turns out. They're playing Wolf. Interesting. Oh, did I get Nico'd? No, they played Nico already. Jesus Christ. Oh, they're all in. They got all 3 movers. Yeah, I can't beat this, right? We could go like boom, 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 boom. No shot. Balloons co-op stream when? Could happen. Could happen. The split compensation form is literally turning into an open mic poetry night, and we are all Edgar A. Poe up in there, all dark and brooding, sadness flowing. Yeah, I'm curious if they actually see a reasonable dent in purchasing behavior or not from the whales. I'm going to give you my prediction. I don't think they are. I think a lot of the people who spend a lot of money either don't care enough to stop spending money, or like they do, but they don't have strong enough impulse control to actually like protest. And also there are a bunch of people who probably don't even tune into the game on a higher level, and like there are probably a lot of those people out there who are just whales who don't engage at all. Insane shop of all time, Swan or Toxin? Are you asking which one you should get? I'll be honest, I don't think I'm enough of a bounce aficionado to give a proper answer there. Does Swan come back anytime soon? Let's see. Spotlight cash schedule. Yeah, Snap's... I feel like Snap's in a weird spot. I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions. It's like, alright, new card. We'll check out the new card. And I was excited for this season. And, I mean, so far, I've generally enjoyed the season. But, like, I'm significantly less excited for next season. Next season does not interest me all that much. I will say High Voltage was cool, though. High Voltage was pretty neat. High Voltage is like the opposite of everything I disliked about Deadpool's Diner, so for that reason it is based. Also, the thing with Swan is Swan was a season pass card. They do not refeature season pass cards very often, from what I've noticed. If you actually go back and look, it takes a long time for season pass cards to get back in. I guess that's how they try and monetize them, right? Like, if you don't buy the season pass, low CL player. If you don't buy the season pass, you have to wait a long ass time for it to come back, right? It feels like that has been a trend for sure. Someone pointed it out. What was the last? I think the last season pass card that has actually made its way into caches was Hope Summers. Wasn't Hope like March or April? It's been a long time. I get 4 cards in hand. Colossus, what a fucking Giga Jad, dude. Holy shit. If you like hand dump decks, Black Swan probably goes in. Like, there are more decks that can play Swan than Toxin, probably. I think I would recommend to you Swan. Because Toxin's good, but you can just as easily play this deck with Falcon over Toxin and probably still have a good time. Whereas Swan would feel like more notable of an exclusion. I'm gonna Boomer Snap and make them pay for it if they want to stay. I think most people forgot Black Swan was a season pass card because she was so uneventful when she came out.
Alright, I'm fine, saying what I knew before.
Didn't get her pass because she was suck, yeah. When's the next Born to be Cosmo? Maybe Sunday. It might be Sunday. You're talking about it. Could be Sunday. Could be. I mean, it's up to you, Blue, if you want to do it or not. We're happy to have you there, even though you haven't been playing the game. It's always been more of a just a fun talk time. Yeah, we could include why you haven't been playing the game. I'd be totally fine with that. Opponent went through a tunnel. That's unlucky for them. Did they just skip turn 6? Sure did. Yeah, I mean, it's not, yeah. You're not like personally angry about the game or whatever. It's just like, oh, something else came out, and it drew my interest more. And that's pretty, I think you're gonna find more and more people, and something I heard someone else in the community say, which I thought was a good point, was, so like, there was a lot of talk about Pokemon Pocket, right? There was a lot of talk about Pokemon Pocket, and is that going to steal players from Snap and so on and so forth. And the games are different enough to where I don't think it's going to... if you're getting, like... What you're getting out of Snap is very different than what you're getting out of Pokemon Pocket in terms of experience. So for that reason, I don't think Pokemon Pocket is going to, like, steal a bunch of the Snap player base or whatever. But if some people take some time off to play Pokemon Pocket, and then they try and come back to Snap, I think you're going to find that those players might have a hard time coming back depending on how much time they take off. And that's where good old second Moneybags gets put in a little bit of a precarious position. Smashing. So yeah, I think that's interesting. The time that Snap demands to keep spend reasonable is quite high. Yeah, that's the so like you also just reminded me to log into Pokemon. Get my 2 packs. Yeah, Pokemon requires like absolutely no time to do your daily. Like it's literally no time. Snap requires time every single day if you want to get the maximum free resources, and if you don't want to spend a shit ton of money, you're going to want to get the maximum amount of free resources if you're trying to keep up with releases. And, yeah, it's annoying. I don't like it. Oh, I forgot Nico doesn't double herself. It's unfortunate when you bounce. Yeah. I mean, this is always, this was always what was going to happen with Snap. It's always what they wanted the game to be. It is what it is. But it is unfortunate. Do they even play the Mysterio? I think I would rather do this. Seems better for Monkey too. How long ago was that? It was a long time ago. It was many moons ago that happened. It was like around Spotlights, I think. I want to say. Oh, I just died, huh? They move this. They play 16 Power Torch. What else do they have? Oh, they can just play Torch here and then pull it over for 32. Yeah, I'm out. I still think people are in for a rude awakening when they see how Pokemon monetization works. Wait till they start with the systems. I've played many Pokemon games. They all work out for me. They all work me out for the same reason. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it is indeed. I mean, you will still get people pushing back on the fact that it's a gacha game. And I think that's because to some players, they're like, well, if it's a gacha game, I don't like gacha games, so that means Snap can't be a gacha game because I like Snap. And it's like some cognitive dissonance there. It's like, being a gacha isn't inherently, like, a terrible thing. As far as gacha goes, Snap is far from the worst, but, like, you gotta take it for what it is, you know? Like, it is a gacha. It is. It's... But there's a lot of variance in what falls under the gacha umbrella, right? Plus, we, as human beings, generally do love gambling, even though we don't really love the result of it. Yeah, I mean, mobile is the derogatory term. It depends who you ask, right? Like, some people view mobile more negatively than gacha, and vice versa. I think gacha is viewed more negatively than mobile, though, to be honest. Alright, I'm gonna have to bring up the chart and tap the glass. Where's the gaming revenue graph? Alright, let's tap the chart. Any long-term viewers of the stream know exactly the chart I'm going to. Good old venturecapitalist.com coming in with the image. Good old venture capitalist. This is as of 2020. Bloons is OP. Bloons is the nuts. I've said this before, but I long wondered why tower defense fell off as a genre in terms of, like, you don't see as many tower defense games made anymore. It used to be really popular. And after playing Bloons, I realized the answer is Bloons perfected the formula and no one wanted to compete. Bloons actually fucking perfected the formula, and it's like you'd have to be crazy to do it better than them. I don't know how you do it better than them. This chart is based as fuck. Yeah, it's something. Bloons and Kingdom Rush are among the highest earners on the App Store. Kingdom Rush, I've heard of that. Supercell? What is Supercell? See, I am old man traditional gamer. What the fuck is this? Oh, is Supercell like a company? They need to update this chart. Yeah, this chart's out of date. I bet it's even bigger now. This is of 2020. Oh, they do Brawl. Oh, they do Clash. Okay, yeah, of course they're at the top. Yeah, I know I saw a bunch of y'all in the KM Discord talking about that. Like, I'm not a mobile gamer is the thing. Like, I've never have been a mobile gamer. I played mobile games when they came out. Like, I had an iPhone early. I had it before we had the App Store, and then the App Store came out, and I was like, holy shit, this is so cool. We had Tap Tap Revenge, we had Doodle Jump. They ported Plants vs. Zombies. It was cool as shit. And there wasn't all this crazy monetization shoved down your throat for the first, I don't know, year, 2 years. It took a little time for them to figure it out. I mean, there were games that did it, but like, it wasn't common. Like, it was much more common. People would sell you like a $1 app or whatever, or a $2 app, and then you just got this cool app. And I mean, you can't really blame people for figuring out, like, well, it turns out if we just give it to people for free and make it possible to spend a bottomless pit of money, that makes a lot more money than just selling it for $1. It's really quite fascinating, and I kind of, like, I've been interested in exploring different types of content, and I think it would be really interesting to do, like, a rise of mobile gaming video going over like how it started and how it evolved and why, and how it makes stupid amounts of fucking money. And it's like, ultimately, I don't have a lot against it, just because I'm a believer of, like, I don't love that it makes as much money as it does, because I think it encourages trends I don't like. But you got to give the people what they want, and there's a large section of the population that just wants mobile games. Switch numbers should be part of the handheld graphic. I mean, you could make an argument, for sure. You definitely could make an argument. It would shrink the console one by so much, though. Holy. The Switch is like... The Switch is genius. And you know the Switch was amazing, in spite of the fact that it is, like, technically a fucking toaster. You know it's amazing because Nintendo is breaking the trend. Alright. Let's pull this up. Nintendo console releases by year. Alright. if you haven't figured this out, Nintendo has a bit of a trend. I just want a list, dude. This is a list, but it's too long. I need like a short list. What camera do I use? I just bought like an HD webcam off Amazon. I don't use anything fancy. I know some people set up DSLRs and shit. That ain't me. The Switch has the same flavor as the GameCube and hits just like it. I agree, except the unfortunate reality of the GameCube is, as much as me and everyone else I know absolutely love it to death, it was such a commercial flop. Which is really sad because the GameCube was goated. I love the GameCube. I still have my GameCube. I have my GameCube with some of my old consoles over in the other side of the room. I'm looking for, I just want a short list. I just want like a short little image list. Someone has to have made this, right? Is this it? Yeah, alright. This is good enough. This is good enough. Alright, so Nintendo has had like a bit of a trend when it comes to their home consoles, right? Super Nintendo, absolute. Well, I guess technically it should start with the original. Why doesn't it have the original NES, dude? This is a fake fan graphic. Or am I missing it? Am I dumb? Where is it? They included everything. This is a weird graph, by the way. I don't understand. This is a poor visualization, but whatever. It still makes the point I'm trying to make. Nintendo has a habit of they make something stupidly successful and then they follow it up with a weird gimmick that hurts their sales. And it's funny because like you would think the Wii was a weird gimmick, but the Wii was actually like dumb successful, and the GameCube, which was more traditional, was less successful. But like the Super Nintendo was a banger. I think the N64 was also a banger, but it did sell less well than the Super Nintendo did. So you could say that the trend really didn't start, I feel like, until the GameCube. I think the N64 was solid, and this is only home consoles, right? Because like comparatively, the N64 crushed the GameCube. Look at that, 32 million to 21 million, and that was as gaming is growing, right? This was as the gaming industry was like getting bigger. Gaming wasn't shrinking, right? I'm surprised the Super Nintendo sold so much more than the 64, but I guess the Super Nintendo was kind of revolutionary. N64, the controller was for people with 3 arms. And yeah, the cartridges are always a little thin. Cartridge right here. My Wi-Fi router sits on a copy of Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64. I didn't own an N64. I do now, but I didn't own one at the time. There was a good reason why the N64 struggled. What would that be? I'm very curious. PlayStation. Oh yeah. All right. This all makes sense. Yeah, PlayStation entered the game. Back when the Super Nintendo was around, what, they were competing with fucking Atari? Like, it was a lot easier, right? Bearing, mountains of ET cartridges in the Nevada desert or whatever. Sega Dreamcast, yeah, Sega do what Nintendo don't, right? I had a friend who had a Dreamcast. Yeah, so alright, so that adds some good context. There was competition by the time N64 came out, right? And PS1, and especially following it up PS2. PS2 was goated. I was a firm member of a Nintendo household, and even I got a PS2 at one point. Never had a PS1 though. I just didn't have console, like, I didn't have console gaming when I was a little, like, very little kid, I guess. When did the Game Boy come out? 2001? So my first console was the Game Boy Advanced SP. That was my first console. I had a blue SP. That was my absolute GOAT. I loved that thing to death. Still one of the best consoles ever made. That and GameCube. GameCube was my other addition to it. It was funny. Me and some friends were watching like some old shows the other night, and we watched the Drake and Josh episode with the Game Sphere. That shit was so funny. But yeah, tangent aside. So like, Nintendo has this habit of, so like the N64 was pretty successful, even with like it selling less and there being competition. The 64 I don't think was viewed as a flop. It probably wasn't as big as they wanted it to be, but it was still okay. It's spherical! Yeah, it was great. I'm pretty sure they switched the controller they used for it like 3 times throughout the episode. It was pretty funny. But yeah, the GameCube comes out, and the GameCube was a flop financially because it was trying to compete with the PS2. Like, if you look at these numbers, it's crazy. GameCube, PS2, Xbox sales graph. It's actually, the PS2 is actually like the GOAT. Sony owned the game, dude. Like, can I just get the image? Look at that graph, man. The GameCube and the Xbox just like rolling around in the mud over second place. And then the PS2 was just like world domination. PS2 still had games being made by the time I think the PS4 came out, if you can believe that. There was still PS2, I think it was just like soccer games, old soccer games, but like the PS2 was insane. Also, one of the big strengths of the PS2 was like it was kind of economical in other countries for a long period of time. And yeah, Blue's point is 100% on point. PS2 was the first console that had the advantage of being like, oh, it's also a DVD player. So come on, Mom, buy this for the house, and, you know, we can play DVDs, right? How big was PS2 piracy in the US? Here in South America, no one owned original games. Everything was pirated. That's very interesting. I don't know much about piracy in the PS2 era. I would be interested to hear more about that, though, because that sounds like speaking of like fun video topics, that sounds like a very fascinating video topic. PS2 piracy. I've never heard about that, but I would believe it. I don't think like piracy and console modification was very big in this era, though. The first time piracy went mainstream in NA was the R4. Boy, do I remember the R4. My friend got one and I was jealous. I imported my Pokemon games like a good little Nintendo fan, and my buddy just would fucking download you just download the ROM, and they would even have an English patch. I was so jealous, man. I was so jealous. South America has an extremely high tax on electronics, at least in Brazil. That I have heard about. Dreamcast sweep. Yeah, surely. Yeah, I think it, like, so that's kind of one of my goals, is to, I do want to have like a more general purpose, high quality, like, I don't know, video essay type of thing going. Cause like, so I'm sure some of y'all have seen the work I did in like the Snap history stuff. And I really like making those videos, and I want to keep doing it. But good God, the amount of work that goes into those is massive. And like the audience for that content is very not massive. It's such a niche thing, and it makes me sad because I think a lot of people, like, Snap is a pretty big game as far as like card games go. I wish there was a way to get more people to see it, but if there is, I haven't figured it out. The videos perform fine. They're not like terribly performing or anything. But if I go to Snap history, the first one did pretty decent, 6,700 views. The Zabu one had like 3,500. And it's like, that's not bad for me. But the amount of time it takes to make a video like that, and then seeing it get blown out of the water by like something I make with comparatively low effort is so demotivating. Like, I posted a 3-minute video saying, hey, there's a free Spider-Man variant, and that got 10,000 views. It's like, fuck's sake, man. Not the thing I put like 20 hours into or however long, writing a script and editing and sourcing the footage, and it's brutal, man. It's brutal for creating creative things that require a lot of work. But the point of this tangent is that I want to use some of the skills I've developed in doing that stuff into making some kind of content that is more broad to the gaming audience, because I'm a passionate gamer, dude. And I think the history of it is interesting. So, card games, at least like digital and physical, card games do have a pretty large audience. Especially like Magic the Gathering. But Magic is more physically focused. Like, digital Magic isn't that popular. They've always been a niche. But yeah, like Hearthstone YouTube channels used to go real crazy. Some of the bigger Snap people have a huge following. Like if you look at Regis or Cozy, or there are quite a few Snap people. Well, maybe not quite a few. There's a small handful that are in that like 100K plus club, and they get a lot of fucking views, dude. But I do think card games are a niche, right? And there's a reason you're not seeing so many big creators in these spaces, because there's only so many people, and they're only looking to consume so much content. Disguised Toast, watching Disguised Toast blow up was insane. Disguised Toast was a nobody who posted some very cool and well done infographics on Reddit. And then he started doing some YouTube stuff, and then someone blackmailed him trying to expose his face. And so he did his own little face reveal, and he just fucking zoomed up to... It's really crazy, having seen a good number of people, how you can overnight go from like fucking nobody to this like massive audience. I think that's the thing that keeps a lot of people going, right? Is like, well, it could happen to anybody, you never know. Anyway, tangent aside, this all started from talking about the Switch 2. Hawk to a girl. I feel like there's definitely some astroturfing with that one, but yeah, it's a good example. Like, there are people who just like blow up overnight over the dumbest, stupidest shit, and you're suddenly like either very well off or set for life. And it's just like, oh, ain't that the dream? I love tangents too. So, getting back to the original point, the GameCube was a flop. I loved it to death. It had sick games. It's one of the goated consoles, but it was a flop. It didn't do very well. It got outsold by the fucking Xbox. And the Xbox, I mean, it did okay, but like, holy shit. The PS2 was just OP. Being a cheap DVD player, and also just like, Sony had some fire exclusives. Like, it was just OP. It was OP. It ran the game. And as Sony does, they get overconfident in their position, and then they absolutely fumble the bag going into the next generation. Eventually, they did actually end up outselling the 360 at the end of the generation, but for most of that generation, the 7th generation I think it was, 360 was king, dude. 360 was the king. Like, everyone had a fucking Xbox. I spent most of my like middle and high school years playing fucking Xbox Live with my buddies. I met so many people in my town that I became good friends with over Xbox Live parties before we ever met in person. Like, it was because we went to different schools. Like, it was goated. It was actually the GOAT. It was like, that shit was crack. Split compensation video essay. You get nothing. End video. But yeah, 360 was goated. But the Wii, right? The Wii was their comeback story. The Wii was like, alright, well, what if we made... The Wii was like the opposite of what happened after it, where it was like, Nintendo decided to... The GameCube was traditional, they decided to go the opposite route and say, what if we went for this gimmicky motion controller stuff? And they just hit at the right time, because people really liked all the DS was their comeback story. You are right, but I'm only talking about the home consoles for like the analogy I'm going for. The DS was an absolutely monumental success. It was crazy. Also goated machine for sure, and it did kind of blow out the PSP, which is a shame because the PSP was cool as hell. But so like the Wii, they reinvented the wheel and it fucking exploded. I remember it. So like I wanted, do we consider the DS gimmicky? I mean, if we think about it, I feel like every one of Nintendo's consoles, except for maybe the original Game Boy, has a gimmick, right? I think they all have a gimmick. It's just some of the gimmicks were well received and others weren't, right? I think they all had a gimmick. Hell, even the Game Boy's gimmick was that it was portable gaming, right? Before that was a thing. The Wii was really hype, though. And I remember I really wanted to get one for Christmas. And anyone who tried to get a Wii in, what was it, 2008, 2009? It was 2008, wasn't it? No, it was 07. 2006. It was 2006. Sheesh. 2006 is when the Wii came out. And I remember we were at a store and they had them in stock. And I was with my mom and I was like, I put it in her hands and I was like, Mom, this is the thing I really want to get for Christmas. You are not going to be able to find it. Like, I had that, how old was I? I was 12, I guess. I was 10. No, I was 10. Yeah, 96. 10 years old. And I was like, I was like, you're not going to be able to find this. You should get it now. And she didn't listen to me. And oh man, did that create an ordeal. She ended up getting one still, but she had to hunt for it. It was crazy. So she went to a Best Buy in the town next to our town. And it was December, and she was standing out in the snow, and it was cold as shit. And this wasn't even to buy it. It was to, like, get a ticket to have a chance at buying it or something. Like, if you weren't around during the Wii launch, it was crazy. They did not produce nearly enough of these things, and everyone wanted one. It was absolutely insanity. And somehow she got lucky, and she was staying in the line, and then a person in front of her or two ended up leaving because they thought they didn't have a chance. And so she got, like, the last ticket. And so she was able to get it, but, like, she told me this, like, years later, and it was really funny. She was like, yeah, you were right. I should have listened. Not have to wait in the snow. But so the Wii was gimmicky, but it hit the right gimmick at the right time and sold like hotcakes. It was actually just remarkable. Look at that. It sold 5 times the fucking GameCube. That's nuts. That is nuts. And then we have the most spectacular failure of naming something and branding something that I think has ever happened in gaming. At least in terms of mainstream gaming. The Wii U, baby. I'm not going to call myself a proud Wii U owner because there was nothing proud about it, but I owned one. I still have it. I think my sister has it. Good lord, the Wii U is something, man. The Wii U is something. The naming was so bad. So many people thought it was like an expansion to the Wii. The gimmick of the Wii wore off over time. Those fucking... The Wii U walked so the Switch could run, right? Like, the Wii U was like the in-between that eventually got them to the Switch, so it's goated for that. But, like, it was such a not great product, and it had a very large drought of games. It would just go a long time between games. They had some games that were just not very good. Also, if the fucking the gamepad thing broke. That shit was expensive as hell to fix. Ours broke one time. We had to fix it. It sucked. It was just, yeah, the amiibos. Hey, the amiibos were, I like the amiibos, just having them as a little, like, I like the idea of having a little, like, trophy of the character, but, like, in terms of, like, doing stuff with it, they just weren't, like, a good idea. Felt like a prototype. We were beta testing. Yeah, it's like, the Switch is maybe what they wanted to do, but they weren't there yet, so they were like, let's try this with the Wii, and it was really bad. I think the only nice thing about the Wii U, or one of the few nice things, was like, since it was still a part of the Wii ecosystem, Nintendo was awesome in the Wii years because they made it easy to purchase their old software. And they have decided to stop doing that, and it's annoying. Because, I mean, I'll just fucking download it on an emulator, I don't care, but it's like, I like playing things on the physical console. They just make it, they used to make it easy to do that. It's not easy to do that anymore. But the Wii U was a total flop. It was a massive failure. Nintendo lost so much fucking money on this console. Like, it was, I think I don't think you can think of a more recent, like, huge gaming console failure than the Wii U. Wii U was just like, it was so bad, dude. It was so bad. A lot of old game speedruns run in Wii or Wii U. Interesting. Yeah, it was just bad, man. It was really bad. The Dreamcast. Yeah, we were looking at the graph before. Dreamcast didn't do so hot either. I think this is still better than the Wii U, though. Like, actually, let's see if we can get a graph. Wii U, Xbox, PlayStation, sales chart, sales graph. I don't know how accurate this is, but it's a graph. Like, the PS4 flipped it around because the Xbox fumble. You know, alright, I will say, the Xbox One was also a generational fumble. Because Xbox had, like, everything going for them, and then they pulled the classic Microsoft move of, let's try and make this a product for everyone except the people that buy our product. Let's try and make it all about watching TV and not owning your games. Oh my god, what was it? What was that guy's name? Let's see. We have a product. No internet? Yeah. Oh, this was so good. Hold on. Fortunately, we have a product. Oh, I just realized I forgot to switch the audio thing, so I need to fix that because I just realized the YouTube stream has been hearing the music probably. And the YouTube stream is not supposed to hear the music, but it hasn't been taken down. So sorry if the people in the YouTube chat were enjoying the music. I just realized I forgot to turn that off from the sponsored thing. Whoops. Alright, anyway. This is the dumbest, like, oh good lord, dude. Oh good lord. Yeah, we have a product for you guys if you don't like our always online bullshit. It's called the Xbox 360. Just, yeah, this wasn't Phil. Phil Spencer's still the guy. This was Don Matic or something. What was his name? Don Matrick. Microsoft's president of interactive entertainment business. Wild, absolutely wild thing to say, dude. Like, yeah, we have and I don't know if you guys saw the clapback. The clapback was so funny so they revealed this at E3, and E3 used to be this huge big thing, right? It's not anymore. It's actually dead now, but it used to be the big place where games and consoles were revealed, right? Here's how you share games on PS4. This was such a legendary clapback. Step 1. Sharing the game. Dude, this was so fucking funny. Like, they actually just last second put this together, I guess. And they were just like, alright, well, Microsoft is obviously fucking up. Let's capitalize on this. And boy, did they. Here's how you share your game on PS4. It just hands them a game. Because you have to remember, this was 2013. Like, a lot of places didn't have very good, super reliable internet. Like, most people had, like, I think most people had internet, but most people's internet was kind of shitty. So, like, Microsoft pushing for this always online thing this early on was such a generational fumble, dude. Like, it was such a mistake. And they paid the price for it, man. They paid the fucking price for it. Where is the other graph I was looking at? This one. They certainly paid the price for it. Through... Okay, wait. Where's the total? Cumulative sales volume until September 2015. Okay. So, like, as you can see, the PlayStation 4 fucking dominated. The Xbox, in spite of their fumbling, didn't do as bad as they could have been, but it was still like half. And then the Wii U is chilling there with, like, honestly, it's impressive they even sold fucking 10 million Wii U's. That just speaks to how diehard some Nintendo people are, right? And I get it, I'm one of them, but yeah, the Wii U did not sell well. So the Wii U is their, like, Nintendo's tanking era, right? They fucked it up. But then the Switch happened, and the Switch is just so ridiculously popular, it's insane. Because it didn't confuse people with the branding. It combined their handheld and their home console in one. And as you can see, Nintendo did pretty well with the handheld console pretty much forever. They didn't really have a huge flop. The 3DS was a bit of a flop when it started because they overpriced it. I was one of the people that bought an overpriced 3DS when it came out. And then they slashed the price by like $100 and were like, hey, if you bought it early, you get to be a part of the Nintendo Ambassador program. And you get these games for free. Because they realized no one was buying it at, what was it? It was like $300 and they cut it to $2 or something. Something like that. But 3DS did pretty well over its life. Still sold way more than the fucking Wii U, Jesus. Not as good as the DS. The DS was insane. DS was a worthy successor of the Game Boy. But the Nintendo Switch combining handheld and home console was crazy. Like, I remember when I bought my Switch, I didn't even plug it into a TV for like 2 months. I love handheld gaming. Like, I think growing up with the Game Boy and the DS, it's just a gimmick I absolutely adore. Like, I'll play shit on my Steam Deck when I could play it with better settings on my PC because I just like it. I love the novelty. It's cool. So the Switch has done phenomenally well for them, and it has done so well from what we've seen from the leak stuff. Nintendo's not fucking around with like, oh yeah, let's try something like new and out there and gimmicky. They're like, nah, we're gonna make a bigger, better Switch, and we're gonna keep selling it like hotcakes. And I'm so happy that's what they're doing. Because God help them if they had another Wii U situation, especially after the Switch's success. Like, if we go to best-selling video game consoles, PS2, still the king, but it is close, man. We don't have an exact number on the PS2, but it's greater than 155 million. Greater than 155 million. The DS got 154 million. Insane. And the Switch coming in at number 3 with 143 million. Like, that's nuts, man. That's nuts. People are still buying Switches. It's crazy to me. Even with the new one around the corner, I am so pumped for the new Switch, dude. The Switch has always been such a cool piece of technology, but it was somewhat outdated technology-wise back when it released. God, the Switch released in 2017. That's crazy. So we've had 8 years of it. Wild. That's wild. 8 years of the Nintendo Switch. I mean, I think it would only have been 7 years, but they pushed the release back, right? Like, I think they wanted to release it at the end of this year, but they pushed it back due to chip shortages, I think, because of the COVID production stuff. But early next year, I think we're going to be getting the Switch 2. I'm going to pre-order that shit. When I got my Switch, I wasn't planning on... I was kind of out of my big Nintendo phase when the Switch came out. And then me and a buddy were like watching some videos about it the night before it came out, and I was like, oh shit, this rips. Like this looks like everything I've ever wanted in a gaming console. This is so fucking cool. So we both decided we were going to try and like just hunt one down on release day without a pre-order. And I managed to do it, which was cool. That was kind of a... There's a little bit of a thrill to that, just like trying to get a product on release when it's sought after and you do not have a pre-order in. I went to like 3 different places. The first 2 places were sold out. The third place, I got there 2 hours before they opened and nobody was there. And then like an hour later, one person got in line, so I got in the second spot and I got it. So that was cool. That was cool. And it was pretty sick. Anyway, that was a longer tangent than I expected to go on, but kind of a fun discussion. Seeing what happened with the Nintendo consoles, but Switch 2 is just going to be goated, because if it really is just the Switch, but bigger and better and can actually, like... You have to remember, the Switch is doing this well, while a ton of very huge third-party games are not playable on it. And it's not because the companies don't want their game to be on Switch. They probably would if they could. But it's because a bunch of games can't run on the Switch because it's a fucking toaster. What Nintendo has been able to pull off on that machine is quite remarkable. And I can't wait to see when they, like... I think it's very clear they're going to have, like, updated... They're going to update some of their biggest hits to run better on the new Switch. Anyway, I can't wait for it. I'm very excited. Fun fact, 2 times 0 is still 0, which is not ideal. Do-do-do-do, do-do. Pew pew. Craven. Wait. What? That is not how I thought that would work. I thought Nico was going to transform herself. Really? Huh. Well, we learned something new today. Something new was learned. Wow, that is a crazy close game, dude. Holy shit. That was a crazy close game. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Ba-dum. What's up, Skylar? Yeah, we chillin', we chillin'. I feel like my rank has not moved very much at all while I have not been playing as much. So I'm curious, like, I guess there's just not, I guess just a lot of people aren't, getting that up there. Is Toxin, Falcon, and Beast too much bounce? In the right deck, I don't think so. For example, Gnome is one of the better bounce players I know. And he seems to be doing pretty well with an all-in bounce. I'm just playing this version because I like Hitmonkey as a card. Darn. One more day and high voltage is gone. Hopefully it'll come back. I imagine it will come back. I think it's been pretty successful. Peaked at 1800 2 seasons ago. Nice. It's not bad at all. Guess we do this. Probably leaving this game though. I would imagine. I can pull them with arrow. It's kind of nice, I guess. Could also just bounce. Bounce is probably the move. I don't think we're winning this game though, but we'll see. I end up enjoying Scorn. I think I enjoyed Scorn a little bit more than I expected. I didn't really like her in traditional discard that much, but I was playing this mid-range discard the other day I thought was pretty fun. Yeah, I agree. The best thing about High Voltage was, yeah, consequence-free game, which was sick. A lot of people liked that, which honestly makes a lot of sense. That was a smart arrow play from them. I think a lot of people enjoyed the consequence-free game. And then the other thing is, like, it was just nice. Something I used it for was it was just nice to do your quests. Like, if you didn't really feel like playing, you could just bang out your quests very easily. Really? Damn, they got me. They cooked me. GG. Bounties or dailies? Dailies. I was not playing a whole lot of Snap last week. Like, I played during stream, but during the weekend I didn't play very much. So I would just log on to High Voltage and bang out my quests, and it was very convenient. Bounties too, though. I heard a few different people were like, yeah, my alliance finished the bounty thing max reward for the first time because of High Voltage. It's remarkable how much better received it was than Deadpool's Diner, because it didn't feel like a chore, and there wasn't any mechanic that made you feel bad about losing. I think that's one of the biggest issues Deadpool's Diner had. Like, they wanted it to have stakes, but to me, the negative feelings that came out of the stakes were way more bad than the positive feelings were good, if that makes sense. I know not everyone feels that way, and that's fine. But I certainly felt that way. I think the negative feelings were significantly higher than the positive feelings. Because I just didn't... The numbers were so large, I didn't get a big sense of accomplishment from winning a bunch of bubs. And when you lost, it was like, fuck you, pay me or come back later. And it's like, no thanks. Yeah, exactly. I agree with that. It felt like you did have to optimize the fun out of Deadpool's Diner. I think that's true. And so, like, it really was, like, I think it was really especially rough for more casual players. And the other thing was the meta sucked ass. The meta was so terrible for it because of Arsham, so, like, you couldn't be confident in your stays and retreats. And to counter Arsham, you needed to unlock Cassandra Nova, which is conveniently locked behind the diner. It's just like... It wasn't great. It wasn't great at all. Yeah, Arsham was overwhelmingly the most popular thing in the game. They made money on Dara for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they made money off of more than just the streamers, to be honest. Like, Deadpool's Diner was probably a more financial success for them, no doubt in my mind. But in terms of, like, adding something cool and fun to the game, it was a big L to me. Especially when the community really was hoping for, like, a fun new game mode. I think that was not it. That was not what people were looking for. What's up, Wombat? Yeah, Arsham was so disgusting. I was really glad I was on vacation when Arsham first released. It was a great time to be on vacation. I played so little Snap. Yeah, I think the thing with Snap is, like, I mean, and this is true with most games, I feel like you'll hit a point with it at some point where, like, it just doesn't hit quite like it used to, and I don't think it's really a meta thing or a design thing. Like, I remember this happened to me in Hearthstone, where it's like, sometimes you just cross a point where it's like, the game doesn't have that same shine to it you felt long ago, you know? That doesn't mean you don't, like, enjoy it. Like, I still enjoy Snap. But I'm not, like, playing it after stream all the time like I used to. I used to do a lot of off-stream playing Snap. I don't do as much of that anymore. Is Hearthstone considered a gacha? So, like, that is a very tough question to accurately answer because I feel like it's always been a very long-standing debate whether or not card games are gacha games. Like, some people think they are, some people think they aren't. I don't really know where my opinion lies. I've always considered card games kind of their own thing, but the system is very similar to what gacha is, right? Like, you're opening packs of a thing and you have higher rarity things, right? So a lot of people would say, yeah, that's a gacha. And then a lot of people would say, no, it's kind of different. It's its own thing. You can craft things. It can't be a gacha. Don't some gachas have crafting? Or am I wrong about that? I feel like some gachas have crafting. But maybe I'm wrong. When Overwatch went to Overwatch 2, it lost all the shine. Yeah, I feel you. Overwatch fucked it really hard because Overwatch was actually like goated when it came out, and it was such this big thing. And Blizzard just did not put enough effort into capitalizing on that. They tried to focus on the esports side, which was a losing battle. Hey, it's Thursday. They let it have this huge content drought to start making two. Like it's just they flubbed it really hard. Can't imagine it being more gacha than Snap. I never played Hearthstone, no, but no, there's a lot of Snap players that played Hearthstone. Yeah, a lot of people know Ben Brode because of Hearthstone. Because Hearthstone was really ahead of its time when it came out, honestly. Do. No, fuck you, Red Guardian. What's up, Duplicis? I can't let go. Do. Your landlord can gotcha you in some situations. Yeah, I think Hearthstone has had some trouble continually capturing what made it appealing to a lot of people back in the day. I mean, this kind of blows, but what are we gonna do? GM. Okay. We were actually in this game pretty well until the Red Guardian. Red Guardian kind of fucked us a bit, but maybe there's still a chance. Copium. Frida Kahlo. I mean, I think he would have played Hawk if he had it. It's 8. Fuck it. That or he has Shadow King and I'm about to be sad. Ooh, he's running the Tech W, dude. GG. Yeah, I should have expected that. It's anti-bounce day, boys. Oh yeah, the fucking the Ben Brode ad. What if we made a card, or what if we made a card game where you couldn't spend all the money to get all the cards? Well, that would be a different game than Marvel Snap. Oh yeah, Hearthstone has definitely upped the its monetizing of cosmetics. And I think they did that after seeing how much fucking money Snap was making off of cosmetics. Not just Snap, but I think Snap did actually influence that decision. It's too good to just get a demon. You can spend all the money and still not get the cards, yeah. I mean, it's true. There are some semantics to be argued about it, right? Like, well, technically, you can't get all the you can't just swipe the credit card and get all the cards instantly. It's like, well, you're not wrong, but I think it's I think the way he was describing it painted a different picture than what happened. For me, it's just the fact it was on the description before and they removed it. Why would you do that besides for nefarious reasons? No, yeah, like, of course, the reason they removed it is because I think it's not something they you don't want to say not gacha and then definably be a gacha. I'm sure there are like issues there. It's a good day to play Killmonger, boys. Is that why you can use gold to buy cards in the token shop now? Who knows? Who knows? That is what kind of kicked off the debate of like, oh, is that Ben Brode video still accurate? And it's like, I mean, you could make an argument for it, but I don't think it's a very strong argument, personally. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. The thing that remains a big question mark to me is like, I'm so curious on how Snap does on new players. I feel like it's better than the perception the engaged community has. Because like, I feel like we don't see a whole ton of that. But I think it does do pretty well on getting new players. A lot of them are just people who don't engage with the game outside of it being a funny little mobile game, you know? Yeah, you are still time gated, and that's where like the argument comes into play. It's like, well, you would still have to wait some time. But it's like, obviously, if you're willing to break out the credit card, you can get the cards significantly faster. You can lessen that time gate quite a lot. Yeah, I know you were a newer player. How did you come to the game, Woke Boomer? One thing Snap absolutely has correct is it is a very, very good early player experience. I don't think anyone would argue against that. Like, when you are a new player, Snap goes pretty hard at the very beginning. Goes very hard. Moon Girl. Yeah, the early play experience is great. Look, we're facing someone in the early game experience right now. 534, baby. I still think it's dumb they allow me to play against someone so low CL. It's so not fair to that player. Like, they should not be doing that. They could win, though. They could win. Let's see. Did they do the thing? They didn't do the thing. I was checking to see if they made the classic mistake of playing the copy dino. Oh, I forgot all my Mysterios are buffed. That's funny. Then when I hit Infinite 2 times during that experience, it was terrible. Yeah. I feel like I need all the cards. Yeah. It's rough if you're good at the game. It's legitimately rough if you're good at the game. So you can take that as a compliment, at least. 1, 2, 3... I mean, I think I do this. Might not win me in the lane, but we'd rather try. Killmonger. Sag, but not Sag enough. Yeah. I think Snap is Snap is good at extracting money from people. It is good at that. Like when you're having fun with the game and you're new and you're like, I just want to keep chasing all the cards and get access to all these decks, and like it's good at what it does. Where it starts to become more annoying is like the end game experience. Because it's so like chance based with the caches. Like you could be like me and pull 2 cards and 2 caches in 2 weeks, or you could spend 8 caches for the same 2 cards, and if you own the other cards already, you're just getting a bunch of variants which you might not even want, and it's like, oof, that is rough. So the reason something like that happens, where you get newer players versus very high ranked players, is because if you do really well as a newer player, you win a lot both versus bots and non-bots, and it inflates your MMR. So when you enter Infinite, you enter much higher than you really should be. Eventually it evens out, but it's kind of a soul-crushing experience. And then you get all the cards and decks and realize you're poop. Yeah, that happens too sometimes. 2 months ago, I was missing about 250 cards, and I'm missing about 40 cards, and still not officially Series 3 complete. Not being Series 3 complete at collection level fucking 5k is so insane. It used to be like 3k. They've got to figure out something to do with the Series 4 bloat. It's out of control. It's actually out of control. All right, so the trick here is we're trying to get all our power on the right to not be one drop based. That's how we win this game. All right, we threw Prio, Poggies. Can't do that. So we'll go Rocket, Monkey, Sage. Why is it lagging? Ah, they left. Let's go. Suck it, Sarah Control. Not today. I hit Series 3 complete at CL 2950, yeah. Oh, I was just saying it's crazy how long it takes to finish Pool 3. It used to be like 3K and now it's like above 5K, which is crazy. Agony is very niche, but I'm okay with it because it's a free card. I think if they wanted you to pay for that card, I think a lot more people wouldn't be happy about it. Another big thing in Snap, and this is why I feel like a lot of people have a hard time agreeing on, like, is the games economy good? Is the games economy bad? Like, I feel like the dedicated card game people, such as myself, like, what I enjoy about card games is getting to experiment and try all the things. And Snap puts a pretty high barrier on doing that for most people. And so if you're a player who falls into that category, you might feel like the game starts being less fun sooner because your options end up being more limited. But on the other side of that spectrum, I think there are a lot of people who just enjoy it for being a fun little phone game they play when they have a few minutes, and they don't care about collecting every single card. They're just going for, you know, the archetype they like or cards they find interesting. And I think if you fall in that boat, Snap is a pretty phenomenal game. But I'm much more in the traditional card gamer boat, because that's what I am. But I think one of the reasons Snap is so successful is because they didn't try to appeal to traditional card gamers first and foremost. I actually think I would rather do this. Or, well, I guess when I'm doing this, I can do this, and then I can go Agent Venom Beast next turn. Fear of missing out really drives a lot of my purchases in this game. What if this is the next meta-defining card, or it's just a buff away? Yep. I mean, they kind of cultivated that experience with cards not coming back for a long time and it being hard to earn tokens. So, like, yeah, there's a lot of FOMO in this game because they want you to feel like you want every card, because that's what makes them money, right? I just got Galactus today. I'm not going to tell you how. You can figure that out, yeah. I have a guess. Oh, that's a rock. I hate this game. I'll go be a Pokemon card trainer now. You just reminded me I need to open my packs. I'm actually going to go grab my tablet so I can do that, because I think I'm full on packs. Okay. I'll share if I get anything good. I still need to set up my new microphone. I've been neglecting setting up my new mic for like a month. Just doing this, doing the win with Snap Quest, been snapping every game. I lost every single game. RIP. That be how it goes sometimes, don't it? It's truly unfortunate. Thanks for the follow, RPG Trucker. And Iron Tiger Claw. And Surge. Have I just not been hearing the follows go off? That's rude. That is rude, sir. Does Pocket have a PC client? Unfortunately, it does not, and I think it is unlikely to get one. Pokemon's very weird about that stuff sometimes. Damn, that's kind of crazy. They shanged us, and we still just outpowered them. Alright, let's open these packs real quick. So I'm like 3 cards off of having one of every card in Pokemon. I could craft them, but I'm just opening my packs daily. First pack is garbage. Pack number 2 is going to change the game, though, surely. Pack number 2 is trash. Not a good pack day, unfortunately. But you know what the beautiful thing about Pokemon is? I'm done with my dailies. I logged in, I opened 2 packs, and now I do not have to play the game anymore if I don't want to today. I wish Snap were that easy. I am going to check the Wonder Pick really quick, because that's how I'm trying to get my last 3 cards. Anything good in the Wonder Pick? Oh, there's a Gengar EX. I think I'm going to go for that. Oh, there's one with Gengar and another Articuno EX. That's banging. Well, I'll use my Wonder currency on that, I guess. Doesn't look like there's anything else I need. Nope, nothing else I need. Venusaur's hopeless. Feels bad, man. Blue, what should I bring for the tournament next week? I'm playing in a creator thing next week. And I don't know what I should play. I'm assuming like Pikachu, and then I might bring the Arbok deck to try and counter Mewtwo. For Pokemon? Yeah, for Pokemon. How many decks do you need? I think I need 2. I think I need 2 decks. You have to win with both your decks. I lost, chat. I got a Tentacool instead of one of the cool EX Pokemon. Unlucky. Skill issue. That's a shame. Not my day on Pokemon, unfortunately. But that's okay. Won't everyone be on Venusaur now? Why? Venusaur doesn't even seem that good. At least, I mean, I haven't played Pokemon in like a week because I've been busy. Venusaur just takes too long to set up. There's a tourney in Vena 1, really? I'm surprised. It was a fluke. I could believe that. I mean, it's only a handful of decks anyway that are like really super good, I feel like. But I'm thinking Pikachu and he's tanky. He just takes fucking forever to set up is his problem. But yeah, I'm thinking of bringing Pikachu and then the Pidgey Arbok deck. When are they adding Stall to the game? I know, right? I want to be a true Pokemon gamer and toxic stall somebody. Dude, I loved Toxic Stall back in the day. Toxic Stall was so fun. Whoa, what the fuck are they cooking, chat? Excuse me? Alright, I don't think our opponent is real. I don't think they're a real person that exists. Bro, dude, this is insane. This is insane. Neil, yeah, they could be Galactus. They're probably just trying to play their cool Galactus variant, right? And credit to them, they did kind of deny me being able to play into the right? Well, at least with the play I originally wanted to make. I could draw two. Draw two monkeys, pretty good. Umbreon Wish Protect Toxic was so much fun. I still have it, actually. I have a perfect 6 IV shiny Umbreon. That's my boy right there. Umbreon is my boy. Let me use Weezing's ability from the bench. Wouldn't that be fun? Minimize Muck. Classic. You wouldn't bring Arbok? You don't think so? I mean, maybe not. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to try hard this event. I think it's more for fun. Like, it'd be cool to win, but I'm mainly... I might bring Arbok just to be different. And I feel like so many people are going to bring Mewtwo. That's the main reason I wanted to bring Arbok. Arbok beats up on them pretty hard. Problem is you get fucked by Pikachu. That deck does not like Pikachu. I got Grandmaster from a chest. What do I do with him? Darkhawk, or if you picked up, what's her name? Misery. They've been playing... There's been a Darkhawk Misery deck, which is kind of neat. I feel like Starmie is so good and underrated. I think Starmie is like the best card in the game, but I would not call it underrated. I think most people know Starmie's a fucked up card. Starmie is incredibly fucked up. Yeah, congrats. Getting a Series 5 card from the extra spot is always a W. It's so funny thinking back to when GM released as a 2-0. You think Darkhawk will drop series? I would say no. I think they mainly drop cards that they think are performing mediocre to poorly, and Darkhawk does not. So they're just going to leave him in Series 4 for forever if they can. We waited through 5 winters for Darkhawk to drop the first time. Those were dark times, yeah. Indeed. Nope. I know when I'm beat. Yeah, high Evo unfortunately has fallen out of favor. Even the Ajax decks, not as many of them are running Evo anymore. It's unfortunate. Bum 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 bum. Alright, I think I've decided whenever I decide to wrap things up, I am gonna go back to Monopoly Go so I can finish it. Can get in another 30 minutes of Monopoly Go. I know everyone's absolutely excited to see that. Who doesn't like some good old Monopoly Go? You got Monopoly Go to the polls, you know what I'm saying? I can't believe that game made $3 billion. We're so cooked as a species. D timeout. I think he did timeout. Unfortunate. Bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, did you guys see the new Iron Man? If you follow the YouTube, stuff, you saw it, but not everyone does. There is a $3 bundle for 1,500 credits in the web shop. Hope Miss Marvel gets a buff. They could probably make her. They could definitely make her a 4/5 again. I don't know if they bring back the original ability was kind of fucked up, only needing one card. Yeah, this is a variant from the web store. It's $3 and you get 1,500 credits. Probably the best value bundle they've done in a very, very long time. Also, shameless plug. I wonder if someone actually did this because the video's gotten a good amount of views. I wonder if anyone used my code. Let's find out. Let's go to the shop. Did somebody use my code? Doesn't look like it. Well, I'm sure this doesn't apply to many, if any of you. But if you've never bought something on the Marvel Snap web shop, you can use my code, and it benefits me. And if you share your code with someone, if someone uses any money for the first time with your code, you get this title, and if they spend $5, you get this variant. My code gives extra 10% value. Well, mine gives 4x value. Funny to see them put this in. I'm sure somebody will be mad about that, but who cares? And then you get this cool Iron Heart. And this is the bundle. You also get free credits just by sharing your thing. But yeah, this is the best bundle they've done in like a very long time, if ever. They also introduced a new weekly web shop deal. So I have no idea if that's any good or not. I think it's like mediocre, but I imagine if you're like Series 3 incomplete and this is getting you a card, it's like not bad, but I'm not in that boat. I'm probably gonna get this because I like the variant and the border, and I could use the gold. But I haven't really been buying that much Snap stuff. I did spend more money on Snap this month than I would normally because I cleaned out. I had 2 gold offers left, and I wanted to get them while they were still double. But other than that, I haven't really spent that much on Snap this month. The Galactus value bundles, Garbo. Did anyone did like Snap? Did they post like a thing? I stopped caring about most of the bundle stuff, to be honest. Like sometimes I'll go with bundles. I like to look at the sites and see what they rate them, but like I used to do bundle videos and stuff. But then the bundles got worse and I just didn't feel like it was really worthwhile promoting them anymore. Because they were making decisions I did not like. Total value, 190 is very low value for an $100 purchase, I'm pretty sure. This is good value though, apparently. So what do I know? What the fuck is this? Hello? Are they just selling a deck or pieces of a deck now? Oh, this is like that thing they did before, right? They're selling like a bunch of variants for... That's interesting. I'm pretty sure I own most of these variants. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I don't know if I have the Ghost Rider one. 1, 2, 3. I have 4 of them. I mean, if you really want to bling out your Hella deck, for $30, that's pretty good for snap pricing. I'm not gonna buy it, but yeah, look at the value on this one, baby. This is the highest value bundle they've like ever done. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if only they would give us more of these, dude. I'd be sick. I would be very sick. Wait, today's the 22nd. Shouldn't this be live? Did I just not see it in the web store? Or maybe it's tomorrow? I don't know. I didn't see that one, though. Yeah, it's not there. That song ended very abruptly. But yeah, I'm probably going to get the Deadpool one. The Deadpool one is decent value, and I like this Deadpool. Pretty cool. I could use the gold. Why are they selling the Meta Tyrant as a deck bundle? Maybe it's for lower collection level players. Yeah, if you're missing like Hella and Giganto or something, Black Cat, and you want to play Hella, this is a steal. Or if you just want to like bling out your deck, it's pretty good. It's not a good progress bundle. It's purely for like cosmetic people or if you don't have the cards. But if you're in one of those camps, I think that is rather good. Because these are all, I'm pretty sure these are all 1200s. No, that one's 700. 1200. 1200. 1200. 12. So all but Blade are 1200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 62. That's like 7,000 gold worth of variants. Again, it's not for me, but I'm sure it'll be for someone. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Bang, bang. Whoever buys that bundle should have their account flagged. Yeah. Tag them as a permanent Hella enjoyer. Shit. Guess I'm doing this. I remember when I was first getting going, I got the Darkhawk Master Mold Jacinto bundle when I had neither. It was good for my progression. Yeah. It's nice when you can access a card that you want to play with from a bundle. I think that's generally a decent thing. Poggers, we got Beast. Let's go. Excuse me? Strong Guy and Dagger in the same deck? You have captured my attention, opponent. My interest has been piqued. Yeah, I just hodl here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just hodl. I miss 4-cost Darkhawk days, don't we all? Or at least I do. Oh, he's playing like a hand dump deck, right? I think he's going to give up on the left, so... Yeah, Toxin's pretty cool. I feel like Bounce has been good for a bit. It's just Agent Venom's release kind of took the spotlight away from it. Like, Bounce was a high-tier deck. I think it's still a high-tier deck, but people prefer to play Agent Venom Iron Man because that deck doesn't get clowned on as hard by tech. Whereas if Bounce is like a significant meta player, it's pretty simple to deal with it. Sarcasm font needed. Okay, fair enough. The thing is, like, Bounce actually hasn't been that popular ever since, like, I don't know, people tried out the Agent Venom stuff, right? But the popularity really fell off, even though it's a good deck. Hydration Robert. That was close. He got fucked by the Nor dimension. I think Agent Venom catches a nerf after this season. I think it is very likely that card is going to get nerfed at some point. And that some point will probably be after the season. I don't think they're going to come for him while he's still being sold. I think they only do that if the card is just like a hilarious power outlier to the level like Elsa was or Loki was. Loki, they even go directly, right? In his season. I think it's a real high bar for them to nerf the season pass card during the season. And as good as Agent Venom is, I don't think he clears that high of a bar for them to like nerf it right away. But he should not be a 2/4. It just should not. It's like they made him a 2/4 to be thematic, like how they made Nocturne a 3/5 to be thematic. And Nocturne was a much more fair card than Agent Venom, and it still got nerfed. So Agent Venom is going to get nerfed. There's just no way it doesn't. They're going to want to keep the ability on it, though, so they're probably just going to nerf the body, would be my guess. Agent Venom is a good example, though, of It's kind of a rare situation to see in my experience, but I feel like it's a overpowered card that people aren't like majorly angry about. Now, if you're a free-to-play player, you might have some different feelings there, and that's understandable. But like, in terms of like general engaged Snap population, I have not seen many people complain about the card. That might change over time. But at least for now, seems like people are not that bothered by good old Mr. Agent Venom. Now maybe that starts to change a little bit as his decks get more and more popular, because it is pretty popular right now. Monkey, you're not what I was looking for, friend. He's single-handedly brought Shadow King back. I think there are a good amount of cards that brought Shadow King back, but he definitely has helped. He single-handedly brought Rogue back. Is there a rework day this Thursday? I think so. Be honest, I'm not 100% sure. But I want to say I think so. Oh man, I missed? Shit. That might be relevant. I guess we'll see. Probably not. He is reborn, but not reborn enough. I think the best two decks to bring is Pikachu, the non-Raichu, and Starmie. Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. Pikachu Starmie does seem like, if I just want to bring good decks, I should bring Pikachu Starmie. What's up, Izzy's? Let's see. Let's check if there's an OTA this week. They stopped giving out OTA information early to a lot of people. So I am generally as in the dark about it as everyone else. Let's see. Let's see. Where was it? Game news? OTA patch, October 24th. Yes, so we are getting an OTA. I have absolutely no idea what they're going to change in the OTA. It'd be crazy if they change Agent Venom, but it's not impossible. But, like, what else do you even do? Like, what is... Is there something that's nerf-worthy right now, other than Agent Venom? I don't really know. Dagger? I don't think they're... So, here's the thing about Dagger and the move stuff. It is objectively, like, in the hands of a good player, it is top tier. The vast majority of Marvel Snap move players do not fall into that category, and the tracker data reflects this. Because even with move being cracked as shit, the performance is terrible. It's like pretty consistently under 50%. I could see them nerf the War Machine combo again. I don't know if they will, but that's something I could see them doing. I don't think they're gonna buff Galactus. I hope they buff some old cards. There's not really much I want to see in terms of nerfs. Like, I'd rather just see some buffs, I think. Buff Lizard, Colossus, and Rhino based. Make Legion a 6 cost? I don't think they'd do that. I think if they wanted to nerf the combo in that way, they would make War Machine 5 and be bigger. I think the War Machine deck has fallen off in popularity, though. Do you still have Untapped Blue? What do the stats look like for, like, the popular decks? I'd be very curious to see. I feel like I'm gonna get miseried here. I guess not. Bring Moon Girl Devil Dino back. Wouldn't that be nice? I lost to Moon Girl Devil Dino the other day. Fun fact. We saw someone playing it today, too. Not to say that means it's meta or anything, but some people are playing it. For what reason, I could not tell you. But some people are playing it. Is this copium because they're going to have 2 demons? No, that means we would tie. I would not mind Dino becoming a bit better. Yeah, I've seen that, the Dagger Havoc deck catching on a bit. Play 5 cost cards. My deck cannot do that. Thanos needs some love? 100%. I don't think he's going to get it yet, though, but I think Thanos 100% needs some love. I think they're just taking a long-ass time to figure out what they want to do with his big purple ass. Ajax is 5/7 base. Why is Dino 5/3? You want the simple answer to that? Because they can sell people Ajax. He does not have the $100 this month. That's the other big purple guy, yeah. Thanos has a bundle next month, though, so next month Thanos buff for sure. I think when they buff Thanos, it'll be a patch, though. I don't think it'll be an OTA. It could be an OTA, but I imagine they're going to change visual effects. And usually that means patch. So I imagine he's playing a wolf list like the one Gnome posted. Which means Shadow King. That is a really big silver sable. Oh, the good news is we know where he is not Shadow Kinging. Wolf is a hard deck to play. Wolf is one of the hardest decks to play, in my opinion. And it is very punishing when you make mistakes with it. Oh, thanks, Blue. So he's probably going to beast me and then try and Shadow King me, right? Yep. What did you play in the middle, though? Nico. Why play Nico? He wanted hand space. Huh. So I could change the right so they don't get double on reveals. Because I think his plan is he's gonna go in here and then Shadow King the mid. I could just actually just put raw power in the middle that doesn't care about Shadow King. So we go like... Wait, no, I want this to get changed. And then this here. Might need it in the middle. Although if he's Shadow King middle, I'm just gonna hope this is enough. Fuck it. Maybe you'll get bad location luck. Looks like he might not have had Shadow King. He did have Shadow King. Ooh, that sucks ass. We needed one more point on the left. Unfortunate. I mean, we did read him correctly, although I thought he would Shadow King the middle and just because, like, I don't know. I think not Shadow King the middle there is kind of silly. Like, his cards get way bigger than I can ever realistically deal with on the right. Like, he always wins the right lane there. But I guess he was saying, well, I'll just always win it with Sage. Fair enough. Well. Do 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 do. Ba, ba, na, ba, na, na, ba, ba. Okay. Not too bad. Oh, he's not even playing Wolf. He's just playing Bounce with Shadow King. That's one downside with Snap. When the new card comes out, it's a little cringe. Because it's either everyone plays the new card or you play the counter. It's a wee bit cringe. And it's like, it makes sense why it happens, but it's a little boring. How can everyone afford the new card? Just become a very affluent Twitch streamer. Easy clap. Oh, you quit, Sam? When did you quit? Beast, you stupid motherfucker. You better stay in hand. You better stay in hand if you know it's good for you, motherfucker. Right after alliances? Interesting. He's such a stupid motherfucker, man. He's so dumb. I'm not donating 8 to Beast's stupidity. They left 2? What the fuck? Alright, honestly, good outcome. I was just kind of bored. Totally fair. This is why we need a better returning player experience. Because, like, it's very normal for someone to become bored with a game and then a while down the line be like, oh yeah, I used to like playing this and this new thing looks cool. I should try it out again. And Snap, it's just like, LOL, no. Because you will be behind. Once I stopped spending, my interest faded. Because less new toys. Yep. That's how it goes. You realize, oh hey, this card acquisition kind of blows ass. I am now eligible for the Executioner's Bow in Diablo 4. Let's go. For my, like, 3 people who like Diablo here, there are Diablo Twitch drops too. I think it'll always blow ass, just the nature. I mean, yes, I don't think it has to blow ass, but I don't think they're going to make the changes they would need to make it not blow ass, you know? It just be what it is. The only thing I see making some bigger change happen is if they started losing a bunch of money. And I don't know what it would take for that to happen. Yeah, the mobile games industry is cutthroat as hell. It's incredibly cutthroat. Sucks I can't do Sage and Monkey, but this is fine. Yeah, I mean, one thing I think nobody has complaints with in Snap is they made a good-looking game that feels very good on PC and mobile. They did a lot of things right with this game. As much as I dislike the card acquisition system, there's a whole lot the game did right. Sage get hit twice? Yes. No, Monkey got hit once. Oh, that's annoying. I guess it's only annoying. Actually, it's really not annoying. I'm gonna start streaming politics. Godspeed. Probably should be Monkey. They buffed anything crazy lately? Have they? They buffed Hellcow to activate, and that fucked things up for a while, and then they nerfed it to only discard one card because it made a lot of hella happen. Other than that, not much too crazy. Have I really not got more boosters for this guy? I've been playing for a while. Started to figure out the meta. Yeah, it's like the Agent Venom deck really defines the format right now. But the Move Eliath deck is good. I don't know. There are a lot of pretty good decks right now, I feel like. You can get away with quite a bit. Bundle you were looking at earlier, Iron Man for $3. Why don't I see it in the store? It should just be there in the web store. I'm not sure why it might not be appearing. We actually just looked at the store too, and it was there. In-game? Oh no, it's only on the web store. It's only on the web store. It's not in-game. Here's a link to the web store. And if you're so inclined, you can use this code. But yeah, it's a web store only bundle. It's not in the app. No problem. What the fuck are they cooking? Yeah, if anyone hasn't seen, Web Store Iron Man, probably the best bundle they've done. If you want to spend $3 in Snap, that's the way to do it. Yeah, I mean, the move deck should be very good for you, Joffrey, because you've played a shit ton of move. A lot of people are not very good with move because they haven't played very much of it, and because it's not the easiest deck in the world to play, right? That's pretty good for them, huh? Oh, Lucas, you are not good enough, friend. Yeah, realistically, it's just an evolution on the Athena deck, right? From forever ago. It's just like Agent Venom made that deck good again. Honestly, this bounce deck has been kind of chill to play. I prefer non-wolf bounce purely because, God, it's so much easier. It is so much easier to play this than wolf bounce. The store shop seems to be bugged. Is it not letting you check out? You have to enter... It won't let you check out until you enter a zip code. I've had that come up before. That might be the issue you're running into. Or you might need to sign in. I think they make you sign in now. I wish we could purchase multiple things on the web store instead of one by one. You and me both. I think that is quite annoying that they don't let you do that. Sarah control incoming, I'm guessing. Oh, shit. Concerning. Chat, I have concerns. Alright, my concerns have been alleviated. How am I doing with this deck? I feel like I'm doing pretty well with it. We have gone 16 and 8 today. Pretty good. Pretty good. 17 and 8. What's up, Join the Resistance? How's it going? Yeah, I mean, Toxin's pretty good. Toxin's pretty good. Yeah, it just seems good. I mean, I think Toxin is just giving people the reminder that, oh yeah, move is still, or not move, bounce is still a good deck. I think a lot of people moved away from bounce because, I mean, I think a lot of people have a harder time playing bounce. It's not the most complicated deck in the world, but, you know, it's harder than a lot of other snap decks are, so I think naturally people lean away from it. Also, anytime bounce becomes super meta, like, it's very counterable, right? So yeah. Falcon's gotta be better though. I don't know. Toxin's stats have been nice. Falcon has always been such a mediocre card. Outside of Falcon's better in Werewolf, although you might just run them all in Werewolf. Like Gnome was doing that, it seemed to work for him. Raikiri Gojo, thanks for the follow. Like, I think Toxin has been better than Falcon in this so far, I want to say. But I think it's negligible, though. Like, I don't think Toxin is what is making this deck busted, right? Like, I think this deck is just a very good core, and Toxin is maybe a slight upgrade to Falcon. Especially if you get Agent Venom. If you Agent Venom a Toxin, it gets really fucking big. Though the same can be said for most of our other cards in this deck like that, right? So, but yeah, I think it is a negligible upgrade, but a upgrade nonetheless. Who can outpower Bounce? I mean, I think like Destroy can outpower Bounce if they have like some good rolls. I think the Iron Man deck can outpower Bounce. Some of the Dagger stuff can do it too, right? The War Machine deck, if it combos off, can beat Bounce. Yeah, so someone else was asking about this, Join the Resistance. My personal advice is if you are interested in Bounce as an archetype, Black Swan is probably a better choice to get than Toxin. Because you could put Falcon in this deck and have it likely be probably just as strong, if not very slightly less. Whereas without Black Swan, I think it gets quite a bit worse. Like, if you're prioritizing cards here, Swan is, I think, the better card to pick up. I have not tried Toxin in the Athena Iron Man deck. This is the only deck I've played today. Because, like, Toxin's been good, but also, I think there are a lot of situations where I could have played Falcon instead of Toxin and still had, like, things go well for me. I feel like Swan gets dropped to Series 3 in December. Is she Series 4? No, she's Series 5, dude. Worst case, she drops to Series 4. They're not going to drop her straight to 3. Why doesn't Bounce play Iron Man, though? I think because you only have one turn to play Iron Man. And a lot of times you want to get down your Beast or your Toxin or whatever. Yeah, she's Series 5. She was a Battle Pass card. I think you can drop Toxin into Thanos. Yeah. Yeah, Swan, even if she does drop, is going to still be a Series 4 card. Now, you could wait for that. But I do think in terms of just like, if your goal is to like play Bounce, Black Swan I think is a better card. She's not as flashy as Toxin is, but the effect is, we've won a lot of games due to the Black Swan effect. In this deck specifically, it's very needed to help pop off with Monkey. Also, Swansea's playing more decks. Obviously, Toxin's new, so we don't know how it's going to shake out, but like, Swan has some other interesting builds, like the hand dump stuff. Ravonna Iron Man bounce. Maybe? Can't say I've seen someone try that. I think the Ravonna stuff got dropped because of Agent Venom, right? Like, Ravonna and Agent Venom don't have synergy, and Agent Venom's the better card. I'm sure you could play that and still work with it, though. Or Hope, yeah. You could run Hope if you're running Kitty, and that can help, too. There's probably something to that. I think a lot of people just latch on to whatever's popular, though. Yeah, I feel like most people didn't go for Black Swan, because Black Swan was bad for quite a while. And even then, she's niche, right? Like, she's really good in Bounce, she's good in the Werewolf stuff, she's good in the Hand Dump, but those are her main homes. Maybe eventually she'll be good in Thanos, when Thanos stops sucking ass, but... Yeah, that's just the Snap economy, right? It's like... they do it in a way to give you that FOMO, because As soon as you miss a card and it doesn't come back for like months, it's like, fuck me, man. I don't want to use tokens on this. Every card is one buff away from being good, right? And frankly, that's a rather smart business model for a card game. Yeah, the bundle video is doing pretty good. I love when they put out something that's so simple to cover. And I genuinely, and this is not a complaint, I'm happy there isn't anyone else going for it, but like, I'm always surprised how few people cover news stuff in Snap. Like, nobody covers this shit, man. I used to cover it whenever we got the free credits on the web store, but then they started putting the Vibranium offers in game, so I didn't have to do that anymore. I'm just shocked at how little people care about covering like news that a lot of players do value. But it lets me be the news guy, so that's cool. I like being the news guy. I'm very curious what YouTube is gonna say about my VOD. I'm surprised the last time I fucked up and accidentally played music through YouTube, it shut down the stream. But I think I was playing more obscure music today, so it didn't jump on it. I don't know. It's probably gonna either mute or copyright my VOD, but I don't care. I don't really make money off the VOD usually. I'm just happy you didn't take the stream down. Full clog players united. 70k tokens, 20k keys. Sheesh. You should start a you should start selling keys to people. Because I spend as much as streamers. They'll just copyright you in a random country, yeah. The copyright stuff on YouTube isn't even that bad because it's not like they strike you for it. They just, like, take the revenue and give it to whoever the copyright belongs to, which I'm totally okay with that. I am totally fine with them doing that. Someone changed their name because I don't recognize this name. Damn, we had some people put in work. Cook us a cool Elsa Toxin Black Swan deck. Elsa Toxin. The problem we have is like, why play Elsa is the issue. It's like, it doesn't let you. It doesn't give you a lot of power. With Torch and Madam Web, just play the Havoc one. That who is playing that? TLSG. Play the Havoc deck. Yeah, Lee's a machine, dude. Lee's a machine, and we love him for it. Did he post it? I don't know. Someone posted the Havoc deck. KM posted. Somebody posted it. Let's see. Did he post it? I think it might have been after he did his tier list. No, here it is. It's not that bad of a deck, honestly. So yeah, I mean, obviously this doesn't have Elsa, but you could put Elsa in here if you really wanted to. The thing is, this deck doesn't... You don't want to be bouncing with the Havoc version. But what if you could just... All you do is you take this deck and you throw in, like, Elsa, Kitty Pryde, I don't know, Angela or Athena, and you just keep all the move stuff in here. If you want to, like, play that, that's the way you could do it. I mean, I guess you could play Toxin. Toxin's not bad in this because it lets you bounce your shit. I mean, we can try and workshop it. See what it would look like. I still think... Wait. I still think Elsa's probably not good enough. I like the default art on Toxin. It's pretty good. Iron Fist. Web. Dagger. Vulture. What else do we put in here? Torch. This web variant's kind of mid. I like... Oh, this one? I like this one. I like it better than the Spotlight. And the colors pop better than most of the Kinnerd art, in my opinion. Usually the colors they use are kind of bland. So the question is, what do we want in these spots? We want Kitty. Also, look at this beautiful kitty, chat. It's so good. We need Cosmo? I suppose. Suppose Cosmo is good. So good. I've had good luck with the splits. So look at the arrow. Look at this beautiful arrow. I burned a lot of gold on splitting stuff because I got that double gold. Got some good splits though. Yeah, I can show it without the ink. The Rian ones always pop better without the ink. Kim's kitty is better. Well, it does look very good. I'm pretty sure I own almost every Kitty Pride variant. Look at all these fucking Kitty Prides. The only one I don't own, I think, is the comic one. I haven't bought these, by the way. I bought the bundle ones, so I got like these two, and I bought, I think, one from the store. These two are spotlights. These two are bundles. I think I bought this one when she came out. This might have been a bundle. I don't remember. This was a bundle. So there are bundles. So I did buy some of them, but like, it's not like I've been buying them from the store. I think this was a spotlight. This was random. I think my favorites are the Wedding Kitty and the Jacinto Kitty. The Jacinto one looks really cool because of the cube. I like this one a lot too, though. Original Kitty was so cool. So few people got to play with that card. I was one of the people. And it was cool. Yeah, I don't know who I'm giving the Rainbow Cosmic border. I thought about Arrow, but like, kind of just like Arrow with the white border. Though I'm sure this would look good. Like, yeah, that looks good. But I'm gonna wait. Hoarding my borders. It's gotta go on a Rian. Yeah, that's what I think. Arsham, yeah, my favorite card. Man, Elsa should not be in this deck. Elsa should not be in this deck, dude. It should just be more bounce cards, I think. Or even, I don't know. Juggernaut? Juggernaut's probably better than Elsa. Silver Sable. We could put Sable in. Cut these for a Sable and for, I don't know. Iceman, multiple man deck. I don't think cut D's. It's a good one. Good suggestion. I mean, it might be just Sage. Like, we're not that much of a bounce deck. We have one bounce card. We could put in another bounce card. Problem with these move bounce decks is when you draw them out of order, it's awkward as shit. Elsa, Hitmonkey, Mysterio. I mean, yeah, that is a good package. Falcon, you can make a reasonable argument for Falcon in this deck. All our good hits are ones, right? Yeah, I guess we could do that. It's cheaper than Beast. Lets you bounce stuff in a Cosmo lane, sure. We will try it a little bit. We'll try it a little bit. Yeah, this deck doesn't really need free cost. Bum, 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 bum. Do. Did you guys see Armor won the vote for your variant? Do. Damn, Regis is the thumbnail goat, man. He's actually the best to do it. That is such good work. He did a whole tutorial on how to do it too. It's hard. I did this for a thumbnail or two, and I don't think they came out nearly as good as Regis's do, but they came out okay. I voted because fuck the duck. Yeah, I tweeted out earlier. I was like, Shang-Chi sends his regards. It's like the Game of Thrones meme. I want Howard to know it was me. Also, I forgot to look at the data blue sent, so we can do that now. Yeah, Regis is the GOAT. I think he's the best Snap YouTuber. I do not watch like any Snap YouTube content, but I'll occasionally throw on a Regis video. The man is just very entertaining. Agent Venom, pretty high popularity, pretty good win rate. Bounce, also good win rate. The Scream deck is doing significantly better than I thought it was, but it's a low enough popularity where I could see them not nerfing it. Move has recovered in the stats. Pure War Machine is kind of ass, but it's popular. Yeah, interesting. What do you think the Venom nerf is going to be? I think they just shrink its stats. They could make it a 3-4. That would be a huge hit. It would be way worse as a 3-4. If they want to keep it a 4 power card, that's how they do it. But I think they just might make it a 2-2. Sadly featured some of his videos. Hey, that's cool. It's cool to get featured. There is not a way for me to order this in a beneficial way, so I guess I have to do it this way. Do 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 do. Yeah, I mean, all the variants were good, right? All the variants were pretty good. Oh, I forgot I played Iron Fist. Damn, that is actually so goated. Holy shit. It's a huge torch. Gee, I wonder where they're going to play their card. Wonder where they're going to play their bounce card, chat. Any ideas? It's a mystery. Clueless, yeah. Bro, imagine if we get Agent, or not Agent, if we get Toxin off the top, it'd be crazy. Get a Toxin Vulture or Toxin Dagger. And we can move the Cosmo. True. Looks like we don't need to, though. Do, 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 do. It's kind of cool that Cosmo ended up coming back into the meta. Cosmo has been pushed out of the meta for so fucking long. Like it has been, I don't even know how long since we've had a Cosmo meta. Discard hates a Cosmo meta. True. A lot of decks hate a Cosmo meta. Might not be enough, but fuck it. Do we ever move the Cosmo? I don't think so. There's just not enough power. Holy shit, that's a lot of cards. Good lord, monkey. That's a big monkey. Do 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 do. Herein lies the problem with this deck. You really need the nut draw to beat bounce. And probably the other Agent Venom deck. Or decks. You very much need the nut draw. Bum, 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 bum. Iori, thanks for the follow. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the move deck problem. Which deck is best versus Agent Venom? I think tech decks are pretty good against it. Even with the Cosmo, I think you can still do okay. So we do this, this, this. Saratech can be pretty good. You gotta mind the Cosmo, but yeah, Saratech can do it. I found Surfer with I ran a Surfer deck with Agent Venom. Surfer with Agent Venom and Rogue did rather well for me. Can actually show the Surfer deck real quick. Deck OP, yeah. It's busted. This is the Surfer deck I'm talking about. Agent Surfer. Scoring on the first key, now Toxic on the first key too. Congrats. I too was a two-tapper these last 2 weeks. Feels good, man. This deck's pretty fucking good. I think Surfer's an underrated archetype right now. No one's really playing it, but I think it's pretty good. Rogue, Red Guardian, Killmonger, all have pretty high stonks right now. But yeah, this is my version of it. I've liked it. I've played a good bit of it. Nocturne was here for location protection because the War Machine stuff was popular, but could also be another 3-drop. Although Nocturne's pretty good. Copycat is Copycat's also a good choice. She might even be a better choice in this meta than Nocturne if you're not seeing War Machine. Or Ghost. Ghost also very good versus Bounce, Killmonger. I'd probably put one of those two cards in over Nocturne as long as you're not seeing a lot of War Machine. I think that's a better meta call, personally. Ghost has a little downside where you make yourself weaker to Cosmo, but it's usually an okay trade-off, I think. Return Nocturne to 3-5. Who's with me? I'm there. I'm right there with you. Bring her back to 3-5. If fucking Copycat gets to be a 3-5, no good reason Nocturne can't. I get they didn't like she was like auto slot, but like I think you can put her back to a 3-5 and it's fine. All the other 3-5s kind of have a deck building requirement, though. No, but Copycat doesn't. Copycat has no deck building requirement. It's literally just Copycat. This is not new cards. Scam. We're not playing this. Someone asked to see it. 2 keys down, no toxin. Feels bad, man, here. You've earned some super Fs. No problem. You don't want every game to involve a random location change. I mean, fair, but like, I don't think Nocturne would be in every deck anymore if she went back to 3-5. I think when Nocturne was a 3-5, it was like mostly mid-range stuff being played. And Nocturne goes very easily into mid-range stuff. Now you got a little bit more variety, I think, in terms of like the different decks people are playing. So I think it's harder to just auto-slot her into every deck in the game. Like, she's fine as a 3-4, but I would not mind her going back. Or, maybe more reasonably, just making Copycat a fucking 3-4. War Machine meta, though? Yeah, I mean, I think buffing her to make her see a little bit more play versus the War Machine stuff would not be bad. Because I think a lot of people hate the War Machine stuff, but they don't hate it enough to run a location-changing card or rogue or whatever. Yeah, Cosmo and Rogue work too. Should cook the Clog Toxin deck with Armor Misery. Clog, Toxin, Armor, and Misery. It's a lot of pieces to it. Maybe tomorrow. Pickle Weasel, thanks for the follow. I don't know why it didn't show up. The alerts have been a little finicky today. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play one more game of this deck, and then we're going to close out with me doing the other 30 minutes of Monopoly. Because I want to wrap that up today, and then I want to go eat. Toxin's been fun, though. Cool card. Does what I expect it to do. Yeah, Gambit Machine Gun can be fun. A lot of people had fun on High Voltage. I'm glad that mode seemed to be so positively received. Oh, speaking of something that's not going to be positively received, Arsham. Ew. Gross. I guess the good news for us is our deck isn't very good for them. I'm gonna play this in case I get Madam Web off the top. Holy shit. Well, that sucks. That is not good. I would go so far as to say it is bad. I could draw a Ghost Spider. That's the only way of getting into this lane, though. But I guess I should do it this way. Well, I do get priority. Cosmo seems better than an extra 1 power here. I guess I could play around Shadow King here, but whatever. I'm just gonna do this. It's Arsham. Let's see what they do. Surely that's just Blob. Nope, it's a Squatch. Squatch Enchantress. Yeah, their hand wasn't actually that good. It was just getting the Hitmonkey and a bunch of cheap shit to play with it kind of fucked me. Them's the breaks, though. Alright, that is going to wrap it for the Snap stream today. Gonna call the YouTube stream here. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, as always. I don't know what's gonna happen to the VOD because of the music. I guess we'll find out. But yeah, for the Twitch folks, I'm going to be doing about a half an hour of a Monopoly Go sponsored thing. So if you want to stick around, cool. If not, it's fine too. If you're new around here and you enjoy the stream, feel free to drop a follow or check out the YouTube. It is much appreciated. And I'll be doing more Snap throughout the week as usual. I'm trying to do at least 5 days a week right now. So we're trying to do Monday through Friday. Occasionally we'll do some weekend bonus streams. But yeah, right now Monday through Friday is the goal. Stuck to it last week and aiming to do the same this week. We are going to get some variety this week though. Either Thursday or Friday, I'm going to be doing some of the new COD zombies because I'm a big zombies head. And I might do Diablo 1 this week. I haven't decided. I haven't purchased the game and tried to figure out setting it up. So if I get my act together on that, we might blitz through that after some Snap on... well, it'd probably have to be tomorrow because Thursday's OTA day. So we'll see what happens. If not this week, then next week. But regardless, thanks for tuning into the Snap stuff. And yeah. And YouTube, I will catch you